The Golden State Warriors' 2022 NBA championship was one of the most unexpected and remarkable achievements in recent NBA history. Several factors contributed to the element of surprise surrounding their victory, making it a story of resilience, redemption, and the return to the top of the NBA landscape against the odds. The Warriors' journey to the 2022 title was marred by injuries and uncertainty in the years leading up to their triumph. After the dynasty years from 2015 to 2019, where the Warriors reached 5 consecutive NBA Finals and won 3 championships, the team faced significant setbacks. In the 2019 Finals, they lost both Kevin Durant to an Achilles injury and Klay Thompson tore his anterior cruciate ligament. That summer, Durant left for the Brooklyn Nets in the offseason, and Thompson missed the entire 2019 to 2020 season, followed by another injury, a torn Achilles that sidelined him for the entire 2020 to 2021 season as well. The 2019 to 20 season was particularly brutal for the Warriors. With Durant gone and out of the picture, Thompson injured, and Curry missing significant time due to a broken hand, the Warriors plummeted to the bottom of the league standings, finishing with a 15-50 record, the worst in the NBA. The once dominant team looked like a shell of its former self, and many began to question whether their championship window had closed for good. The 2020 to 2021 season offered a glimmer of hope as Curry returned to form, putting up an MVP-caliber season and leading the league in scoring. However, the team still struggled with consistency, and despite Curry's heroics, they missed the playoffs after losing in the play-in tournament to the Memphis Grizzlies. This left many people to wonder if the Warriors, even with Curry's heroics and effort, could ever recapture their former championship pedigree, especially with Thompson's uncertain future after 2 devastating injuries. Entering the 2021 to 2022 season, expectations for the Warriors were mixed. On one hand, Curry was still playing at an elite level, and Draymond Green remained a semi-reliable defensive anchor. On the other hand, Thompson was set to return mid-season after a 2-year absence, and it was unclear how effective he would be, but fans and everyone around the NBA were excited for his return. The team had also added young talents like Jordan Poole, who showed promise, but the supporting cast was largely unproven, and hence most people wrote the Warriors off from the beginning. However, the Warriors quickly emerged as one of the best teams in the league. Curry continued his MVP-level play, and the team's defense, led by Green, was absolutely suffocating. The emergence of Jordan Poole as a dynamic scorer provided the Warriors with a much-needed third option on offense. He was young, quick, and knew how to adapt. When Thompson returned in January 2022, he provided a huge emotional boost, even as he worked his way back into form. The Warriors were clicking on all cylinders. Despite their strong regular season, there were still doubts about the Warriors heading into the playoffs. They faced a tough Western Conference with teams like the Phoenix Suns, who had the best record in the league, and the Memphis Grizzlies, who were young, hungry, and had given the Warriors trouble during the regular season. Additionally, the emergence of the Dallas Mavericks and the star power of Luka presented another formidable challenge. Yet the Warriors navigated through the playoffs with a mix of experience and youthful energy. They defeated the Denver Nuggets in the first round, survived a grueling series against the Grizzlies, and then outclassed the Mavericks in the Western Conference Finals. Each step of the way, the Warriors demonstrated the poise and resilience that had defined their previous championship runs, even as they incorporated younger players like Poole and Andrew Wiggins into key roles. Wiggins, in particular, played a critical role throughout the playoffs, especially in the finals against the Boston Celtics. His defense on Jason Tatum and his timely scoring were pivotal in the Warriors' success, showcasing how far he had come since being labeled as a bust earlier in his career. In this series, he had that label permanently erased from NBA fans across the globe. Facing the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals, the Warriors were not the overwhelming favorites. The Celtics had the league's best defense, young stars in Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and a size advantage that many thought would trouble the Warriors. After falling behind 2-1 in the series, the Warriors faced even more doubts. But in classic Warriors fashion, they responded with championship-level play. Curry delivered one of the best performances of his career in Game 4, scoring an iconic 43 points and almost single-handedly carrying the Warriors to a series-tying victory. The Warriors went on to win the next 2 games, securing their 4th title in 8 years, all but stamping their place as one of the best dynasties of all time. The 2022 title was unexpected not just because of the Warriors' recent struggles, but also because of how quickly they managed to return to the top. In an era where super teams were the norm, due to the likes of the Heat and the Warriors themselves, they won with a mix of their original core and new, homegrown talent. It was a testament to their front office, their coaching staff led by Steve Kerr, and the unyielding determination of players like Curry, Thompson, and Green, who refused to let their championship window close. This championship also had significant implications for the legacies of the Warriors' stars. For Curry, it solidified his place among the best players in NBA history. He also captured his first Finals MVP, the one accolade that had eluded him in his illustrious career. For Thompson, it was a storybook ending to a long and arduous recovery, proving that he could still perform at the highest level after 2 major injuries, which showed his will to win and his determination. For Green, it was validation of his role as the heart and soul of the Warriors dynasty, and that his energy and leadership skills had paid off. To wrap up this video, the Warriors' 2022 NBA championship was unexpected, not just because of the adversity they faced, but because of the way they defied conventional NBA stereotypes. Normally, stories about how teams rebound from such significant setbacks are not written like this at all. It was a triumph of culture, resilience, and the unbreakable bond between a group of players who had already achieved so much, yet still had the hunger to prove themselves once more. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much. For those who enjoy, please suggest a topic for the next video in the comments. Thank you all for tuning in.